Hey, welcome back to the Show Up Your Plan Workshop Recap Video Part 3, Timer Started. Um, I'm eventually going to get to Jay Beamer's, Jared Beamer's deal. But before I get there, I think it's important to understand how much memory or how much, memory or how big the file gets depending upon what we do with this thing. Now, you understand that this is a CAD detail I have, and this is my Title 24, and I don't know if everybody in the country uses Title 24, but here in California, and I think in some other states, that energy requirements, energy analysis are required these days. And I usually I've been using this one guy for about 15, 20 years, and he does it on the computer, MicroPass, I think is what he uses, and I send my plan to him, and he spits it back out to me, and it costs me between $75 and $200, depending upon the project. So it's worth it to me to have him do it. But apparently he's getting out of the business at the end of the year, and so I might have to take over myself. Now, I know Perry, what does Perry do? I think Bryce sends it out to have someone else do it, a professional that's their business, and I think Perry sometimes does it himself, where he uses Barry Haynes. But I think apparently with there are new changes coming up, we designers might have to start doing it ourselves. I don't know. Anyway, but this is the prescriptive method, and I'm going to show you something here. And these are there's 8 sheets here. This prescriptive method, and I used a bunch of macros to put this information in. And I hate doing it this way because it's always a freaking hassle. But these are PDFs. These are PDFs that I've imported. And here's the question: how much space does this PDF take out of my plan? Here's my plan right here. It's plan 4. I got 20 megs of storage space or memory or file space for this 20. And so what happens if I get rid of this and I just kind of can go get rid of these PDFs? That's the question. It's at 20 meg right now, right? I've deleted all that stuff. Save it. 14. It's down to 14. That's big. I've just reduced that file by 33% by getting rid of those PDFs. PDFs ain't a good idea to have in your plan, I don't think. I don't know what the magic number is. I don't know when it's getting too big. I think some people I've heard use 80 megs for their files. I mean, that's huge. What's my file is 14. I think generally I think that even seems a little big for me, but maybe not. And this is a small little plan. But I got rid of those PDFs and I saved a whole lot of space. And the purpose of this is really to Control Save W, is to figure out how much space this stuff takes up. As I said, I have. I had this detail, CAD details there and CAD details there. Oh, I got rid of them. Oh, here it is right here. I have it right here too. I have another set right there. And, it is what it is, whatever that's going to be. And so I've sent this file. This is my plan detail file. I've sent this to layout a couple times, one for this roof framing plan and one for my foundation plan. So I've sent it at least twice that I know of. It's there. And it's there, and it's just different levels that I've shown. So let me see, Control Save. Let me see if I get rid of another one, how much less memory I'm taking. Right now I got 15.5 megs. I'm going to get rid of this copy here. Control Save. Oh, didn't even affect. Wow, it didn't even affect it. Didn't even affect it. 15.588 still there, man. So the point is, this file that I've sent to layout several times, my CAD details, I guess, are not taking up a whole lot of space. Is that fair to say? Control C, Control V, stick it right there. Control V, stick it right there. Control V, stick it right here. Control V, stick it right here. Save it. Let's see what happens. Control Save. Oh, 15, minuscule. It went up from 588 to 591. Nothing. And so now this leads me to the J-Bomber method. Now, as I said, this is a CAD detail that's associated with my main file. I think Perry puts these in. Let me see if I can do it the way Perry would do it. There it is right there. Block it. Send it to library. There it is in my library. Come back to my W. Now I want to put this right there. I don't know what. Oh, it is a different scale. Rescale. Oh, can I rescale that thing? I guess I can. Oh, that's huge, isn't it? I think this was what, I don't know what Perry would do. I mean, he'd do something like this and rescale these boilerplate notes. That's what I'm doing. Boilerplate notes and sticking it right there. And that's what Perry would do. I think he would take it straight from layout and he'd put this boilerplate note in there. Control save. Oh, added 1 kilobyte of memory. I'm going to add it again. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Control save. Oh, no change. Control C. Oh, it didn't change. Isn't that interesting? It didn't change it at all. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Save, Control save. 5. It's still the same size. Hasn't added any extra. Nothing. Very little. And that would be the Perry method. So we're talking about boilerplate notes. How do we send boilerplate notes to layout? As I said, my boilerplate notes are a CAD detail that's associated with the plan file, the main plan file. And that's what I've been doing forever and a day. Perry would send it straight to layout from a library detail. Now what Jay Balmer would do, Control open. Boilerplate notes. This is what Jay Balmer does, and I kind of like this system actually. Here are my notes, and I've got my boilerplate notes for my electrical, I guess. I got my electrical legend here. I have my foundation notes here, framing notes here, more framing notes. General notes, BMP legend here, stormwater notes here, whatever. And so Jay has all these boilerplate notes in a separate file. So I'm going to take this, watch this, Alt, send it to sheet number, I think it's sheet number 1. I'm not going to show layout. Now remember my layout is 15.5993, okay? So if I go to my layout, get rid of this. So I don't think I like Perry's method. I don't think and so I would resize this just to capture this is my boilerplate sent to layout. You got what I'm saying? And up to here. So this is Jay's boilerplate note. So instead of my CAD detail that I use, this is what he would do, and he'd stick it right here. Control save. No extra space. Control C, and now I'm going to copy this over to, here's my Control V, and now somewhere over here there's my boilerplate notes for my floor plan. I don't know which one it is. It's right here. Maybe it's this one right here. I don't know. I'll work it out. Stop it. There. Let's see if I've changed the size of my layout. Nope, still the same size. I think it went up 1 kilobyte. Control C. Let's go over to my roof framing plan. Yeah, roof framing plan. I'm going to have, out of that boilerplate note, there's somewhere in here, there's my roof framing boilerplate notes right there. Stick it right here. I'm going to save it now. Here's my layout, 15.593. Save. Oh, 1 kilobyte. So every time I send the boilerplate notes that Jay Beamer does, it adds 1 kilobyte to my layout. Nothing. That's nothing, I don't think. So I think I'm going to switch to Jay Beamer's thing. So what I'm getting at is tools, layout, what files are associated with it. You notice here right now, I've just added my boilerplate notes to it, and that's the Jay Beamer method. I can, if I have 20 sheets, to my layout set, timer up. If I had 20 sheets to my layout set and I put this boilerplate every time to it, I'm adding 20 kilobytes. That's nothing. So I'm going to switch I think I'm going to switch to the JBeamer method. And by the way, with the JBeamer method, what's really cool about this is, if I have a general note here, wherever it is, I'll pick a general note right here. I don't know, and I changed something in here. It's not the city of San Diego anymore. It's whatever it is. And I changed something. Well, what am I saying? It's much easier to edit these boilerplate notes if they're all in one file versus a bunch of CAD details, which is what I've been doing. That's the point. It's a lot easier. And then if I go back to an old plan, that was done, I don't know, 3 years ago, and the code's changed and some other requirements have changed, all I have to do is associate. Oh, this is so cool. Watch this. This is so cool. Let me see if I can do this. Control save. Watch this. Let's see. How do I do this? Dadgummit. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to. This is pretty cool. This is something else I learned from JBeamer. Hello, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to change this text style right here to 15. There it is right there. Now, what did I do? What am I doing? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, Control save, file save as, boilerplate notes, Testorino. I'm going to save it on my desktop. Okay. Now if I go to my layout, watch this. Sheet number 1. Here it is right here. There it is right there. This is it right here. Now this is the way it is right now, okay? And this is, oh shit, I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, this is Testorino. Okay. File save. Now I want to file save this as file save as Testorino 2. Put it on my desktop. Okay. Come over here. You take this text here, Control C, stick it right, Control V. Okay. Now let me see if I can do this. What I'm getting at, and this is something I learned from, I think it was Jay, what he would do, I'm looking at my desktop. Oh shit, I don't even fucking see it, man. I think what he would do, I don't even see it on my desktop, man. Oh, workshop, boilerplate, oh, Testorino 2. Yeah, what he, I'm going to change this name. I think this is what he would do. No. Open. No. I don't want to open it. God dang it. Oh, there it is. I don't care. I don't care about that. This is what he would do. He would come over here and it would have the same name, rename. He would change this to Testorino. No. He would just change this to boilerplate notes. Okay? Why is it beeping at me? Why is it beeping at me? Oh, it's open. Oh, shit. Bottom line is what he would do is I think he'd simply take this thing and he'd put it right there. Oh, fuck. Bottom line is I think there was a way where what he would do is see, oh, there it is right there. What's that link to? Relink, cancel. Relink file to, oh, there it is. It's instead of relinking, somehow he would just put the new file in the folder and it would update it. It would override the previous file. It's so complicated, I probably won't do it. I'd probably just relink it. That's the point. I think I'm done. So let me recap this really quick. The recap on this was, whereas I have my boilerplates and CAD details in this particular file, this file, which is the main proposed plan, Jay Beamer has a boilerplate file. And if I look at what files are associated with this particular layout, tools layout files, you will see this is the boilerplate notes that Jay would start using. So instead of having to open up every particular detail, CAD detail, like I would use, you just open up the main boilerplate note and do any editing, and that would change. And since now, theoretically, this note right here is associated with a boilerplate note versus the CAD detail, as with this and this, maybe not that one, but these boilerplate notes are associated with it. And if I went back to an old plan and the people now want to add a window in it and I needed a whole new set of plans, all I would have to do is now relink it with a new boilerplate note template. And everything would be updated. All the detail notes would be updated instead of having to go into and mucking around. So anyway, that's a good thing that I learned from Jay. And I think that this is the end of part 3, and I'm going to go into part 4 to see if I can sum this up. So it should be 4 parts only. That's the end of part 3.